Hi, I'm Larry Phillips with Richland Source, and we're here with Mansfield Christian girls basketball coach J.R. Wilson. And J.R. is going to be the host school of the Wayne Ruler Holiday Showcase on December 30th. That's a Saturday in between the holidays. And there's 7 games that day, J.R., and a full day of girls basketball. Can you tell us a little bit about how you conceived of the Wayne Ruler Holiday Showcase?
Yeah, actually, about 3 years ago, I wanted to create something where the average fan can come out and see some really good girls basketball. Wanted to have something for our area. There was nothing like that here in Central Ohio at that time. And so came up with the idea of having our local teams be able to play some great outside talent, bring it in for the average fan, and it's really taken off well.
And this is your second year of doing this. How did the first year go, and what are some of the changes you've made from last year to this year?
Yeah, the first year went really well. We got great feedback. You know, we take pride over at Mansfield Christian in hospitality, you know, treating people the right way. And, you know, from last year to this year, probably the biggest change is the teams, of how good of teams we have coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And plus we go from 6 games to 7 games this year.
Let's run down the schedule here. For those of you who want to come out and see the action, it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning with Hillsdale playing Mansfield Christian. 10:50 is Tuslaw versus Mansfield St. Peter's. 12:40 is Clear Fork versus Loudonville, and we'll talk a little bit more about that game here in a minute. 2:30 is Buckeye Central against Olentangy. At 4:20, Ashland plays Massillon Washington. At 6:10 is Garraway, back from our old neck of the woods, versus Cardington. And at 8 o'clock, probably the one of more statewide interest is Wooster against Columbus Africentric. And a couple of matchups that appeal to Richland Source in particular, because they're all local teams, is the 9 o'clock game with you against Hillsdale, and the 12:40 game with Clear Fork versus Loudonville. Can you tell me a little bit about the matchup with your team in Hillsdale?
Yeah, Hillsdale, they've got a couple guards that are definitely coming on for the coach over there. We're excited, as you said, they're a local team.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. Our team is very inexperienced, so we're just hoping to be very competitive that day.
And then at 12:40, the Clear Fork versus Loudonville game. We were just talking about Loudonville before we went on here, and they're just off to a spectacular start and really overcame a tough break in the preseason with the injury to the Weber girl, and you talked a little bit about how they have overcome that.
Yeah, Loudonville's averaging right now 76 points per game, and giving up just 41. They've had 65 threes in over just 7 games. The way they're overcoming it, they have a guard that came from West Holmes last year. They moved into the area, Celeste Ryman, and between her and Emily Sebo, which is a sophomore, they're they're shooting over 50% made 3-pointers.
Goodness.
On the season, which is probably one of the best backcourts in the state of Ohio. And then from the foul line, those 2 girls are averaging over 90% from the foul line.
Wow.
So.
And that'll help you overcome the loss of a Nikki Weber, who was their star last year as a sophomore. As you know, depending on how she recovers, obviously they're going to be in the forefront of teams we talk about next year as well.
Yes, definitely. And, you know, Coach Bates has done a real nice job. You know, anytime you have a new player come in, you know, just getting the kinks worked out and stuff. And Celeste has really taken the role of being a point guard. You
say she's averaging 25 a game?
Celeste is averaging right now 25.3 points a game, 7 assists. And then you've got Emily Sebo, on the other hand, averaging 21 points a game. So.
And they will be tangling with Clear Fork, kind of a backyard rivalry between those two.
Yes, and that should be a good matchup. I know Coach Schmitz, because we played them here this past Saturday, he'll have his girls ready for the task.
And then at 8 o'clock, the Wooster against Africentric game. For girls basketball fans around the state of Ohio, Africentric is a team that boasts perhaps the best player in the state, in Jordan Horston. Can you tell us a little bit about her?
Yeah, Jordan, she's a junior. Over the summer, she actually played on U.S. Olympic 16 and under, and they actually U.S. won in gold with her. She has been offered scholarships from Ohio State, Tennessee, Louisville, South Carolina, Michigan State, Florida, and North Carolina. They actually have 3 girls with D1 offers.
Africentric.
Africentric does, and they are definitely going to be a team to watch this year. I get opposing coaches' thoughts. And Berlin Highland coach Schleyball, which we know, his quote was, possibly the best team in Ohio, any division.
Wow.
They have it all: athleticism, size, shooters, and maybe the most explosive player in Ohio, and the Horston kid. They bring the pressure and will be a team to be reckoned with in Ohio.
How did you attract them to this particular showcase?
Just relations. You build, relations throughout the coaching community and stuff, and just shared with their coach, what we're trying to do. He saw the vision and wanted to be a part of it this year. And Larry, they play a good Wooster team. Wooster's picked to win the OCC. They're 7-1 right now, and they actually have a girl, Nye Brown, that's averaging over 20 points per game, and they have a sophomore that has a verbal offer from Youngstown University and Macy Sigenthaler.
Well, when you talk about bringing 14 teams in and then you put them all under one showcase, the event is called the Wayne Roller Holiday Showcase. Can you tell us a little bit about Wayne Roller?
Yeah, Wayne Roller, once again, he was one of the very first ones that saw the vision that we had here at Mansfield Christian. He was an official that did a signing, and he actually assigned for Classic in the Country, did all their officials. And when I spoke to him, shared my vision of where I want our girls' basketball programs going here in Central Ohio. And for the average fan, he said, "Hey, Coach, let me just hop on board right now. I'd like to assign all your officials as a good gesture and stuff." And and literally, when I got off the phone with him, within 24 hours, he had last year's showcase, all officials all lined up, ready to go. And then this past summer, unfortunately, Wayne went into the hospital and had some heart issues and passed away. And I got with my administration and got with Mrs. Roller, such a nice family, and all of the officials have such respect for Wayne, and we wanted to honor his name and stuff. So that's why the name change went to the Wayne Roller Holiday Showcase.
Great. Well, it sounds like a full day of basketball and a full day of entertainment. So we invite everybody to come on out Saturday, December 30th at Mansfield Christian High School. 7 girls basketball games starting at 9 o'clock in the morning with Hillsdale against Mansfield Christian, and wrapping up with perhaps the best player in the state when Wooster plays Columbus Africentric at 8 o'clock. All of them are at Mansfield Christian High School. Thanks a lot. Come on down.